Okay, what we're gonna do is we're gonna got the vane sensor, wired it up, put it up behind the up underneath the dash and up on here. So basically this is the front of the vane sensor, which faces the driver. This is the back, and you're basically your pedal goes from here, goes back here. Okay, so what it does is it pulls. Okay, so technically when this gets back here, it should see wide open throttle and shut off. Okay, basically you can see how the magnet is pulling it towards it. The magnet's down here, magnet's here, circuit board is up here. Oh shit. Okay, so what we'll do is turn the car on, power. Without the vane in here, it will idle. As soon as you give it gas, it shuts off, figures open throttle. Check engine light, run shitty, limp mode. Put the metal in, now it runs normal. Check engine light's still on. Okay, now if I take the throttle off, check engine light goes off, and now it runs fine. Now what we're going to do, doesn't make a difference if it's on the magnet, it's on here, up top, still run. Okay, went in the limp mode. That runs fine. Check engine light still on, take foot off pedal, take that out, put it back, runs. So, sensor does what it's supposed to do. Right now it's giving it gas. Now I take the metal out, it sees that my gas pedal is still going when there's that 2.0 boom. It's not seeing it, so it shuts off the motor. Puts it in limp mode. Okay. But so now we start it up. No check engine light. And you know, if the dealer's telling you that it needs adjustment, it's got to be directly in the center, well, they're wrong. Because if you put it up against the magnet, it runs. No check engine light. Put it up against the board, it will run. No check engine light. Put it in the center. It's got to be adjusted, and that's faulty, it doesn't work. The thing runs fine without it. Now here we go, we'll put the pedal, we'll leave it, give it a gas, and then I'll yank the metal out, and you'll see wide open throttle. Limp mode. Okay, so it runs fine. But this is actually a cheesy way to make it. Got the magnet. Wires going in the back are pretty flimsy, so if you wiggle the wires around a lot, they're going to break. And you can put a piece of metal in there, just fill it in there, and it's going to keep running all basically, your dealer is telling you it's got to be adjusted, it's full of garbage. As long as when you're stepping on the pedal doesn't go past the magnet to where it's not touching it, it will run fine. As long as it's in between there, it could be at the bottom, it could be on the magnet, it could be on top of the board. As long as it's in between here, it's getting some. But if it's not, then the magnet can't touch the reed switch, which pulls the reed switch shut. So it gets a 6.8 volts. But it's supposed to see about 2.2 for idle. Then once you get on the gas, it's supposed to be 6.8.